Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, Tidywittoya. This is your girl Toya, and over here on this channel we create lifestyle type content, whether it is cleaning, organizing, budgeting, my day in the life type videos. We create it on this channel. And here today we are filming video number 2 of our different budgeting journeys, the hashtag ODBJ. And in today's video we are talking about how I came across budgeting. So if this is something that interests you, make sure you keep watching.
Left it to the bank like, ha 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 ha. Ooh, go. Left it to the bank like, ha 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 ha. Ooh, yeah, I got anything.
Okay, y'all. So in today's video for the hashtag ODBJ, which was created by Budgeting April over here on YouTube, I will be talking about how I came across budgeting. Now, as I stated in my previous video, budgeting has been kind of drilled in my head by my mother, and it's not any shade on my mother or anything. My mother is an excellent mother and a great role model. I was just the kind of person that really needed a step-by-step process, right? So just a little bit of background, additional background about me and money. I have always worked ever since I was able to work, ever since my mom allowed me to work, I should say that. Whether I was working at White Castle, whether I was working at Walgreens, whether I had an on-campus job, like I was always working. And so typically, when I was in high school, I would get paid every 2 weeks, right? Then I crossed over into college. I do have 2 degrees. I have 1 degree in chemistry, which is my bachelor's degree, and then I have a master's degree in higher education. So when I crossed over into the college realm and was in grad school, I transitioned to getting paid once a month, and I've been paid once a month ever since I was in grad school, which is a very difficult transition, and still is a difficult transition, even though I've been doing it for over 10 years. So I've taken out student loan debt while I was in college. I also got my first credit card in college, which was a big mistake. And so a lot of my debt stemmed from, student loans, making poor decisions as it relates to student loans, making poor decisions as it relates to credit cards. And I can say now that, I only have 1 credit card in my possession, and then the other one I'm working to pay off. So, it's really just student loan debt right now. And then we have some car payments. But I've had to get used to getting paid once a month, right? And so when I got out of grad school and started my first full-time, salaried job, I ran across Dave Ramsey. And the reason why I ran across Dave Ramsey is because I had a friend at the institution that I worked at in my first full-time job, Carling, who was very frugal. Okay, I gave her the hardest time, y'all. I promise I gave her the hardest time. But in reality, I wanted to be like her because nobody ever showed me step by step. Nobody ever walked through it with me, right? And so she introduced me to Dave Ramsey. And so when I was in that first full-time role, y'all, I was working to pay off the credit card that I had at that moment in time. I was working to save up my $1,000 emergency fund. I actually saved up my $1,000 emergency fund, and I paid off that credit card in, I think, a little under 2 years, or right at 2 years or something like that. And so I was doing great, right? But y'all, I stopped after I got that $1,000 emergency fund. I didn't go any further. And the reason is because I didn't have a process for how I was going to continue to budget for my lifestyle, right? I was the kind of person, if it was in the bank, it was going to be spent. And I still am that person now. And so I didn't really delve into the book to figure out, okay, how am I going to continue to budget after I, pay off this credit card and save this $1,000. I did not finish the process. And so I just started limping along after that, and so whether I would get another credit card, charge it up, pay it off, charge it up, pay it off, or charge it up to the point where they're like, okay, Latoya, we're done with you. Like, this is a charge off at this point, you know, those kinds of things. And so now, you know, I have a partner, I have children, like, so I have to make a change. And so I remembered Dave Ramsey's principles, but then I also had been introduced to cash stuffing. And so that is when I kind of crossed over into the realm of, oh, okay, this is how I can take money that I have in the bank and distribute it and figure out what I want to do with it. And so if it's not in the bank, then I won't have the need to spend it. And then this will work out for me in the end. And so I started looking on YouTube at different cash stuffers. And so I ran across Salisa at Beautifully Me and You. And she had a video that broke it all the way down. And I'll link it in this description box. And I also linked it in my previous hashtag ODBJ video as well. But she broke it all the way down. And after I ran across her, I started finding other budgeters and just started really delving in and looking at all the different videos. And, you know, after I had looked at them for a while, you know, I even told my husband, like, oh my goodness, I think I'm going to do this. And typically when I get to the point where I say I'm going to do something, like, I'm going to do it. Like, there's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm going to find a way to do it. And so that is kind of what started my budgeting journey that I'm on now. You know, knowing that I had already known the principles that Dave Ramsey had put in his book, and that these were the same principles that some of the budgeters that I was looking into now go by. I was like, oh, okay, this has come full circle finally. I know why I did the first half of, you know, what he suggested. Now I just need to do the second half of that. And so this is, you know, what brought me here to budgeting. And then also filming this for me is going to, you know, help hold me accountable, but also, you know, give me something to look back on and say, oh my goodness, I did so much. I'm really proud of myself. So this is what has, you know, gotten me to my how. So definitely hope you all enjoyed this video today. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit me up in the comments, right? Let me know what resonated with you, how you began your budgeting journey. I would definitely like to know that and chat with you all in the comments. Now, please remember that if you subscribe, make sure you watch a video or two, make sure you comment, just so that YouTube knows that you are not a scammer, that you are here to stay, and hopefully you are here to stay. I definitely hope to see you in the next video. As always, keep it tidy.